Alright, so hi guys. So in this video, I want to go over this problem. It says divide using polynomial long division. Now, we're just going to go ahead and get into this. I'm not going to really try to explain it so much in detail, because it does involve things that, you must understand how to do before getting into this. So I will upload as well, some problems over how to multiply polynomials. But I am going to go ahead and just get into this. I don't want to waste a lot of time just rambling. It says so we have divide using polynomial long division. Now I do want to emphasize, guys, this does have a remainder. So, this is kind of one of those that are a little bit harder to students than the ones that don't have a remainder. Now, the way that I'm going to approach this problem, and by the way, guys, I am still kind of sick. I am recovering, but, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I'm still kind of sick, but I am feeling better. So, we're going to go ahead and look at, you always want to look at the leading term. So look at one term at a time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look first at this 4x cubed. And I am going to say that this is, so we have 4x cubed over x plus 1. But you want to just look at this part. Okay, for now. If you think about it, x plus 1, I want to get rid of this 4x cubed. Right now, let's not focus on the negative 6x squared or minus 6x squared plus 2x minus 5. We have x plus 1 times something will give me 4x cubed. Now, if you think about it very carefully, as long as you get rid of the 4x cubed, right? Look really carefully at this part. If you think about it, I can divide both sides by x plus 1 to know what this is. But what I'm going to do is, instead of dividing this whole thing by x plus 1, I'm literally just going to be focused on this little part here. I will explain why in a minute. So when you do that, you have 4x cubed over x, right? Using laws of exponents, remember that a to the m over a to the n is a to the m minus n. This is the quotient property. So this will be 4x squared. Now, you're going to put 4x squared into this. You always want to align it with the terms, okay? We have to multiply this whole thing, so that we have to multiply 4x squared to this entire thing, okay? So what we're going to say is, we're going to have 4x squared times x plus 1. When you do that, this becomes the following. So using distributive property, we're going to end up with 4x cubed plus 4x. 4x squared, excuse me. Now, as you can see, what you are gonna do is you're gonna put the minus sign, but you're gonna always put parentheses because the minus symbol is gonna distribute. So please remember to put a parentheses, because if you do not put a parentheses, it is going to be wrong. You have to distribute that negative when you subtract this out. So we're going to put, and I'm running out of colors, this entire part in here. So therefore, we're going to have minus parentheses 4x cubed plus 4x squared, close parentheses. Now what you're going to do is you're going to subtract it out. Let me erase this. So then we're going to see very clearly that 4x cubed will cancel out. And then if you look very carefully, this is negative 6x squared minus 4x squared. if you know what this is, this should be negative 10x squared. So that is what we're going to put in for this. You have to understand how to add and subtract negatives, guys. Now, you're going to bring the 2x down, so plus 2x, and then minus 5. So just like normal division, right? Now we're going to look at the negative 10x squared. So like I said, look at one thing at a time. We're looking at this, and we're saying that that is now being divided by the x plus 1, and we want to know what times x plus 1 will give me negative 10x squared. As long as you get negative 10x squared, guys, you want to cancel one term at a time. So something times x plus 1 will give me negative 10x squared. Again, look very carefully at just this. Don't worry about the plus 1 there for now. Now, if I think about it, I can divide both sides by this x value only. And so this is kind of the same thing I did earlier, but in a different way. So I know that if I use laws of exponents again, this will give me negative 10x. So then I'm going to say negative 10x times x plus 1. As long as it gets rid of this negative 10x squared, that is all that matters. But you're going to distribute it again once you do that. So we're going to say minus 10x, and then we're going to distribute that to x plus 1. So this is going to be negative 10x squared minus 10x. So, but again, be careful when you put the minus. Put minus parentheses negative 10x squared minus 10x. Always remember to put parentheses, guys. So now go ahead and add or subtract this out. So we're going to end up with the following. This is 2x minus parentheses negative 10x. The negative 10x squared will cancel out. So every time you're going to try to cancel out the leading term every single time. Excuse me. And then we're going to end up with minus 5, right? So then, if I think about it, this is going to be 2x plus 10x because the negative will cancel out minus 5. Now that's what I'm going to put in for this, okay? So I'm just simplifying, this 2x minus negative 10x into this. And then finally, we're going to end up with 12x minus 5, like this. Sorry, I forgot to say that. So this is going to actually be 12x minus 5, because 2x plus 10x, right? Now, one more thing. We're going to do the plus 12. So now, you're going to say plus 12 like this. And then, when you multiply the 12 times x plus 1, this is going to give you 12x plus 12. So then you're going to say minus parentheses 12x plus 12. And then finally, just one more thing. The 12x will cancel out. So like I said, every time we're canceling out the leading term. The linear factor is the easiest one, guys. That's why I didn't really explain it that well, or that much, because it is pretty straightforward. Now we have negative 5 minus 12, right? This is negative 17. So we know that our remainder becomes negative 17. So the remainder is going to be the negative 17, right? So then we're going to end up with 4x squared. It's going to be 4x squared minus 10x plus 12. So like I said, it's the pink part. And then we're going to say plus the quantity plus the quantity, negative 17, which is the remainder, over the x plus 1. So it kind of reminds me, guys, of the, how when we would change from mixed number to from improper fraction to mixed number, it is kind of like that. It's very similar. So just, if you know how to do that, this is kind of the same idea. So then we know that this is actually what we will end up getting for this answer. So therefore, this will be 4x squared minus 10x plus 12. And actually, let me write it this way. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, so these are two different ways to write it. It doesn't matter if they have it the second way, that is also an answer. And I do apologize, guys, if I went really slowly with this, and if it's really long, I really don't want to go really fast, because you already know. If you've seen previous videos, you already know. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. If anybody has any questions over this, please let me know. I am going to do some other problems regarding, you know, polynomial long division, just so there's enough. And then I will also get into synthetic division, and also do some other stuff. I forgot what exactly, you know, over calculus and everything. But if anybody has questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And please like, comment, and or subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.